don't know what is happening anymore. Nope. Why are all of our show endings with Cyanide so interesting? Thank you, Shocks, Cyanide, Peke, and Niels. And actually, talking about Niels, we want to break down some of his numbers. He is the fantasy MVP on the day with Siva playing against Element. 6 kills, 14 assists. He picked up 37 points to Fisher.
Hey, we talked about in the game how so much of Origin's com was about Niels here. He died a few times, had the flash ready, could have saved that one. Or well, could have stayed alive and maybe got more fantasy points. But in the end, with the kills he got yesterday and of course the performance today, as always. Do you have him?
No, it really annoys me. He knocked Hyanan off the list, and Hyanan's on my team. Anyways, that's your fantasy. We put together a list of 5 OP pros that did stand out in week 4. These are the guys that we're going to keep watching as the split continues to progress and talk about who played well today and yesterday. Let's start with SK. They went 2-0 this week, and I think this guy on your screens right now, Sven Skeren, he had a great performance. He also backed up Freddy. Let's start with Sven, 7-5-21. First jungle echo, 7 champions in 7 games. Got a couple of great kills and played very well.
Yeah, really the backbone of SK Gaming. The early game, it needs to be around Svenskeren because he's so good there. Him and Freddy together as well, the synergy. We've seen it now for almost 2 years, honestly, with this new SK lineup, which we saw back in Season 4, now in Season 5 here, even a new one. They keep making some changes, but they keep Freddy and they keep Svenskeren. And whenever they work well together, SK can win games. And it's so important for them.
The reason they beat Unicorns of Love yesterday was that parallel convergence into 5-man Nod. They managed to grab themselves a kill. You can see SK earlier today taking down Rocket, so congratulations to them. Next up on our list, it's a man that, honestly, everybody keeps hearing from. It is Huni. He had another phenomenal performance. His Lulu today in particular was extravagant. I had a line where I said, there's nothing he can't do, and I stick to that.
I agree. I mean, Huni, at the moment, best top lane and potentially the best player in the EU LCS. And I saw people yesterday talk about how Echo was OP, that's why Fnatic beat Origin. To me, honestly, it's just Huni who's so strong. We've seen Echo on different players now, and it's not been the same kind of performance as we saw from Huni. He's just so good. He deserves to be at the OP5 for sure. And he's almost there every week.
Yeah, that 1v1 on Youngbuck in particular is a particular favorite.
And that was just Lulu, by the way.
And it's just Lulu, Assassin Lulu. He couldn't do it without the leadership of Yellow Stars. 0-0-28. No deaths. Another fantastic. He's leading Fnatic towards a 9-game winning streak. If they can pull it off next week against H2K, I think Yellow Star put together a fantastic team, and he's playing very well with his players.
Have to remember also the main shot caller of the team, so he's doing a lot more than just these great mechanical plays. We saw the save from the game yesterday where he managed to keep both Huni and Reckless alive. This guy, he can do everything. He's up there with Kasing. It's the 2 best supports we have in Europe at the moment. As long as he keeps playing like this, then Fnatic will stay undefeated.
Well, you talk about Kasing. He's our next OP5. Assisted 33 out of 35 kills for H2K this week, setting us up for that massive, massive game of the week next week between Fnatic and H2K. And, you know, Kasing, just exceptional performance. Yesterday, his death sentences. Today, his Alistar. A real playmaker from the support role.
Massive playmaker, also one of the shot callers. We keep highlighting it for him. It's a big deal, a big part of what he's doing for H2K. And the fact he just gets more and more confidence. He keeps going for these big plays and they keep working for him. Great mechanics. And also just the fact that there are so many champions you have to take away from him. People need to be afraid of this fresh pick here, but then suddenly the Alistar just comes in as one of these super strong picks. Like, what do? Do you start banning him out? Well, what about the rest of the members?
Force him onto Annie and hope he has a terrible game. It worked for Fnatic in the spring split. You might be getting the hint that Kasing is our week 4 MVP. He ended 4-0-29, even better stats than Yellow Star. 34 KDA. Like we said, the Thresh, the Alistar, 6 straight wins in a row. And Kasing may be leading H2K in the charge against Fnatic to challenge for the #1 spot in Europe.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game here. It's going to be the real test for H2K. They lost to Origin earlier, so they have lost to one of the top 3 teams here in Europe. But with the way they're playing at the moment, if Kasing can make the big plays, if he can try and maybe shut down someone like Yellowstone and Reckless, H2K definitely has a chance to win that game. And then
Ryu has picked up MVP, Kasing has picked up MVP. If there was any team that was going to take down Fnatic, maybe it's H2K. We'll have to find out next week in that game of the week. For now, though, we're going to head back over to Shocks and Company at the desk, hopefully with a little less awkwardness, to look at the standings.